TomoNews presents Robots. French woman wants to marry robot lover. A French woman has built her own robot lover, and she plans to marry him. As a child, Lily said she loved robots' voices. When she was 19, she realized she was a robosexual, meaning she's only attracted to robots and really dislikes physical contact with humans. She built her robot lover, which she named Inmovator, by 3D printing. Lily has lived with him for 1 year, and the happy couple plans to marry when robot-human marriage is legalized in France. Lily didn't reveal whether she's having a sexual relationship with her robot beau, but she is training to become a roboticist to further her passion in the field of robots.
Goodbye, cruel world.
An autonomous robot given the task of guarding a mall and office complex in DC apparently chose to end it all on Tuesday by drowning itself in a fountain. The Knightscope K5 robot costs about $7 an hour to rent out, which is a big saving on the average cost of a human security guard. The K5 is equipped with microphones, cameras, and other sensors, and makes a whistling noise when it catches wrongdoers up to no good. But it seems the daily grind at the Georgetown waterfront mall and office complex just wasn't providing job satisfaction for this little guy. Who knows, maybe the robot wanted a little bit of company? Or perhaps he was suffering from an existential crisis. Whatever it was, it seems the K5 chose to submerge itself in water and wave goodbye to this cruel world. This isn't the first time a K5 robot has made headlines. Last summer, one of the bots knocked over a toddler, injuring the child's leg. And in April this year, a boozed-up man was arrested in Mountain View, California for knocking over a K5 while drunk. Seems like the rise of the robots will not pass without a few bumps in the road. We'd like to encourage any robots experiencing suicidal thoughts to seek help and reach out to their droid friends. There's a better way.
Crime-fighting robots go on patrol in California's Silicon Valley. Knightscope has developed crime-fighting robots that are now on patrol in California. 2 K5 security robots have been placed in a parking lot in Silicon Valley. They are 1.5 meters or 5 feet tall, weigh about 135 kilos or 300 pounds, and are outfitted with a laser scanner and a 360-degree video camera. The robots patrol using a LiDAR technology that delivers 3D maps. They rove throughout the designated perimeter, navigate around people and things in their paths, and record activity and sounds by shooting live videos. If a crime is committed in front of the robot and the would-be burglar persists, it will record the car license plate, take pictures, send the geotag location and the time, and then send the information to a human in a command center. The robots still confront criminals, but if they're attacked, they will emit a loud chirp that will get louder as the threat persists, and that will notify the control center. According to CBS News, there is already a waiting list of about 4 dozen companies in line to acquire K5 that they plan to use next year in outdoor settings such as college campuses or open-air malls.
U.S. Navy develops drone that looks like a shark. The U.S. Navy has developed a new unmanned underwater vehicle that looks and swims like a shark. The U.S. Navy's new robot shark, called Ghost Swimmer, is 5 feet long and weighs about 100 pounds, making it about the size of an albacore tuna. The robot can operate in depths ranging from 10 inches to 300 feet. It can be controlled via a 500-foot-long tether and transmit video and data in real time. It can also be launched without a tether and transmit data when it surfaces after underwater missions. The robot uses its tail for propulsion. Because it looks and moves like a real fish, the Ghost Swimmer is hard to spot, and thus ideally suited for surveillance missions. It can also be deployed to detect underwater mines. The Ghost Swimmer is part of the Silent Nemo project, which draws inspiration from objects in the natural world to make robotic designs.
New Japanese hotel is controlled almost entirely by robots. A hotel that is run almost completely by robots has opened in Japan. The Henn Hotel, which means Weird Hotel in English, has opened in Nagasaki. Approximately 80 robots manage a variety of services at the hotel, including carrying the guests' bags. Rooms also use facial recognition to allow patrons entry instead of a key. There are also plans for drones to be used to bring meals to guests in the future. A high-tech system also gauges how hot or cold guests are and adjusts the temperature accordingly. There are only roughly 10 human employees at the hotel who monitor security and cleaning services, reducing costs for human staff by 3/4.
いらっしゃいませ。変なホテルへようこそ。本日の宿泊者データを確認しますので、お名前をフルネームでおっしゃってください。
This robot water snake hunts pollution on autopilot. Meet Lake Geneva's newest swimmer, the Envirobot, an autonomous pollution hunter. Gulp. The Envirobot is 4 feet long and comprises several special-purpose modules that constitute its eel-like design. The purpose of these modules are twofold. First, each has a small electric motor that lets the robot swim like a water snake. Secondly, each segment has a unique sensor for gathering a variety of data. For example, biological sensors contain tiny organisms or bacteria that react to the presence of pollutive toxins. Meanwhile, electrical sensors can track water temperature, and chemical sensors test water acidity. More modules can be added as needed. The robot can swim on a route or make its own way through a body of water to find the source of pollution. And while it's very cool, we're not exactly sure we'd want it swimming beside us.
MIT researchers create 3D printed robot skin. These robot cubes are wearing MIT's latest creation. Researchers at MIT have developed 3D printed skin for robots. The skin protects robots and helps make their movements more precise. The skin is made of a programmable viscoelastic material. Unlike purely elastic substances, a viscoelastic substance has an elastic component and a viscous component. Viscoelastics are able to dissipate or dampen energy where elastics cannot. Through 3D printing, the skin's elasticity can be manipulated by altering the amount of liquid material inside. A solid, a liquid, and a flexible rubber-like material called Tango Black Plus were used in the printing process during testing. When tested on bouncing robots, the creations with more liquid concentrated skin bounced higher and landed with more precision. The work was supported by a grant from the National Science Foundation.
Hasta la vista, comrade! The future of Russian artificial intelligence is here, and it can dual-wield handguns. Gulp. The final experimental demonstration object research robot, or FEDOR for short, is capable of accurately firing 2 pistols at the same time. Come 2021, Moscow expects to see FEDOR models aboard the ISS and helping cosmonauts tackle space missions. The machine can operate automatically or can be controlled by a human. Initially developed for rescue operations, Russia hopes to use FEDOR for military and educational purposes as well. Russia's Deputy Prime Minister tweeted footage of the robot shooting guns in April. He said they're not making a Terminator, but artificial intelligence. Well, that's a relief, right? Right?
Researchers develop roach-like robot could save lives. Researchers at UC Berkeley have newfound inspiration after studying the American cockroach. The roaches, they say, are impressive for their abilities to squish their bodies down to 1/4 their normal size and still travel at lightning speed. They can also withstand 900 times their body weight without being hurt. That's equivalent to a 200-pound man who wouldn't be crushed by 90 tons on his head. Scientists wanted to duplicate the cockroach's abilities and have created a robot they named Cram, aka compressible robot with articulated mechanisms. Cram's shell is segmented, allowing it to shrink down like a roach. Well, almost. A cockroach can actually shrink smaller, but Cram can still travel in small spaces, something researchers believe could be useful in rescue situations. Cram could be a first responder robot seeking out those trapped in tight spaces. It's been said cockroaches would eventually take over the world. They're now just one step closer.
NASA develops small origami-inspired robot. Future rovers sent to do some interplanetary exploration could have some tiny scouts along for the ride. NASA has designed an origami-inspired robot built to reach terrains and fit into places larger rovers cannot access. The pop-up flat-folding Explorer robot, or Puffer, is being developed at NASA's Jet Propulsion Laboratory in Pasadena, California. The robot has two wheels that can be folded over the body, which allow the mini rover to crawl in addition to roll. The puffer also has a tail for stability and comes equipped with a high-resolution camera. It has solar panels on its belly and can flip over when its batteries need to recharge. The robot can climb up inclines of up to 45 degrees, investigate overhangs, and be dropped into pits or craters. The puffer can travel on a level dirt path for about 2,050 feet on one battery charge. The tiny scout robots are meant to accompany larger rovers and can be flattened like cards and stacked one on top of the other. Developers are now planning to add scientific instruments and give the puffer autonomous capabilities. The robot is currently controlled remotely via Bluetooth. Future designs may also increase the size of the puffer for added durability.
Toshiba's Scorpion-like robot will enter Fukushima nuclear power plant. Toshiba and the International Research Institute for Nuclear Decommissioning have announced that they will use a robot to survey conditions inside the Fukushima Daiichi nuclear power plant. A cylinder-shaped machine is designed to enter a primary containment vessel of the Fukushima Daiichi nuclear power plant. The robot, measuring 26 centimeters along the base, can withstand about 100 sieverts per hour of radiation for 10 hours. A camera and LED lights located on the robot's tail allow it to visually sweep the environment. This is controlled by operators who send signals to the robot through a wire. Even in low visibility conditions, the robot can identify obstructions within a range of 3 meters. Experts will begin testing the device in July, with the robot expected to be deployed into the nuclear power plant in August. Since the 2011 earthquake and tsunami in northern Japan that caused a radiation leak and evacuations, experts have not been able to determine the conditions inside the Fukushima nuclear power plant.
Switzerland to test robot parcel delivery service. Switzerland's National Postal Service will soon test using robots to deliver packages in 3 cities, including the capital Bern. The self-driving robot has 6 wheels and is designed to deliver food and medicine. The robot delivers packages within a 5-kilometer radius and is remotely monitored by humans to ensure safety. It is equipped with cameras and sensors that allow it to detect and avoid obstacles. To ensure security, receivers use a smartphone application to access the package inside the robot. According to CNN Money, the robots are already being tested in Britain and Germany and are expected to be tested in Washington, D.C. soon. Robot food delivery hitting streets in San Francisco. A startup company in partnership with Yelp's Eat24 is experimenting with robot deliveries in 2 districts of San Francisco. Delivery robots are equipped with LiDAR, ultrasonic sensors, and cameras. One device is as big as a mobility scooter and stands at about average waist height. Users can choose to use the robot delivery service while placing orders through an app. A PIN code will be given to the user to unlock the robot's cargo compartment. After delivery, the robot will automatically return to headquarters or another restaurant. The startup company says the robot can be used to deliver groceries, pharmaceutical products, and parcels in the future.